What is up, beautiful people of YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. So it's a super exciting day here on the channel, and I'm not wearing a hat. I feel really naked without my hat on. But, as you guys saw in the title, we bought a motorcycle dealership. Kind of bought a motorcycle dealership. We're going to dive into that. So, we purchased the old Belleville Honda. So if you look around, it is obviously empty, right? This dealership, the rights to it were sold, I think 4 years ago to Metro East Power Sports, which is where I bought my first Indian. And after that, it was sold again to the Lou Fuse family. So, unfortunately, this is not an active dealership anymore, but that does not change how exciting any of this is. So, I used to come here to buy parts for my first bike ever. The bike that is in my intro, the bike that I bought from my late buddy Steve, that was my first bike ever. It was a Honda VTX 1300, and I used to come here to buy parts for it all the time. And just so many memories in this building, and now I own this building. So, where I'm standing, this used to all be bikes. This entire room was bikes, and that entire wall was helmets. And over here, this other room, this was all dirt bikes. This was all dirt bikes, and sales was over here. And then in the back was all parts. We're going to get to that. But before we go any further, if you guys can do me a favor, give this video a big thumbs up, comment below, subscribe if you're not already subscribed, and ring that little notification bell so you can keep up with all of my projects. So, let's dive into why did we buy this building, right? So, our business, Headstalls, that I mention in every single video, because our business actually owns this channel, tax reasons. If you get it, you get it. If you don't, I'm not going to explain it. But, anyways, we currently rent the space we are in. We rent a little bit over 5,000 square feet, and then I occupy about 400 square feet of that to make all my YouTube content, right? Well, that building has been for sale for years, and the owner has continually tried to get us to buy it, and we never had the money to buy it, right? We're not rich. Yes, we own a business, but I took a 70% pay cut leaving my job at the dealership to pursue this dream of ours, right? And we've been very blessed through all this, but we are not rich. We still don't pay ourselves very much. Granted, we are able to pass a lot of our expenses through the business, so that offsets things, right? But, anyways, she kept trying to sell us that building, and we just did not have the money to buy it. And one day, the owner and a strange guy that we had never seen before came walking through our space, and they were showing the space to this out-of-state real estate investor. They wanted to come in and buy the building. And at that moment, we were terrified, right? We didn't know what the future of our business would be, because if this guy buys this place, is he going to kick everybody out? What's the deal? Is he going to jack our rents up? Is that going to bankrupt us? What does it mean? So only one option seemed logical at that time, and that was, let's see if we can buy the building. So we contacted the bank, and we were going to need about $120,000 down. Oof, we don't have $120,000, nowhere near it. So me and my wife, we went home, and we started looking at our investment accounts and any kind of money we had tied up, and we tried to see what could we call in and become liquid on. I also have a lot of equity in my home. So I didn't want to use the equity in the home, and we did not. But I cashed in my retirement under current political climate here. My retirement was performing horribly. And there wasn't that much in there, but I figured, you know what? I'm going to invest in myself. And we cashed in my retirement. We cashed in a few other things, and we were able to come up with about half of the down payment. That is not enough, though. So we called our accountant, and our accountant told us that the business was doing good enough that we could actually take more money out of it than what we have been doing. So we started pulling money out to buy that building. And as we were going through the process of getting our inspections and stuff done, a lot of stuff came up with that building. So the building has several units in it, and it was fully occupied, and it generates 6 figures a year of rental income, and we're like, cool, good investment. But it turns out that we were going to have to put somewhere between $800,000 and $1 million into this building, because the building's over 100 years old. And the current owners are grandfathered in because they purchased it 50 years ago. When it switches ownership, the new owner will have to bring that building up to modern code, and it was going to bankrupt us. And there was a crumbling exterior wall that needed to be replaced that was going to cost roughly $500,000 to replace. There was no way. We didn't have the money. Even if we took a loan out to fix everything, we would not cash flow on that building for 8 to 10 years, and it was not going to work. So my wife still wanted to buy it. I started to have afterthoughts, and finally she came around to understand too that it was not the right call for us. So we backed out. And the same week that we backed out, we went under contract on this building. So this building, we originally talked about buying this building, but it was listed at just shy of $300,000. We didn't have the money, and we didn't think the building was worth $300,000. When we looked at it this time, the price had been cut by over 50%. And then we shot an offer that was even lower than that, and they took it. The guy took it and ran with it, and now we own it. So long story long, life doesn't always pan out how you think it will, but it doesn't mean that you give up. So now I am standing in a building we own. I have a lot of work to do. It'll probably be 4 to 6 months before we move in here. The YouTube channel may move in sooner, but I have to get this thing to pass fire inspection and occupancy inspection first. So there is work to be done. But I've showed you the front. Let me go show you the old parts department, and then onto that amazing service department, which is the future home of STL Nick. So this huge room right here is the old parts department. And this will be our shipping and receiving department, and all of our inventory will go in here. Nothing that spectacular. In the front, we're going to have all of our production up there, as well as a lounge and some other stuff. And for me, though, the service department. So right now, I can only shoot video on Saturdays, and that's because my little 400 square feet is in the middle of our business, and people are walking back and forth all day long, and it's loud, and there's all kinds of noises. It's not conducive to shooting video, so I am limited to shooting on Saturdays. So this giant opening here is going to be closed in, and I'm going to have my own area where I can shoot video whenever without people walking through. And I'm going to have roughly, I think this is a little bit more than 1,000 square feet. And let me show you all this. This is awesome. I'm going to flip the camera around. So as you see, we have lots of doors. We have a double door there, and a single there. Then we have this garage door. We may put a car lift in and possibly start doing some car content on the channel. I have some ideas that I've wanted to do. We have floor drains, which makes me super happy, as well as our own shop bathroom. This bathroom needs to be completely gutted and gone over. It is horrible. There is a exhaust system on the shop which will suck exhaust fumes out, as well as up there is an 80-gallon compressor, and this entire shop is plumbed for air. So there are fittings coming out of the walls all over the place for air, as well as coming out of the ceilings. We have a dedicated welder outlet. What I'm thinking is we're going to divide the shop up a little bit. So I'm going to try to have like a messy side and a clean side. Over here, this wall, I want to put a blasting cabinet, drill press, grinders, and a welding station. This will be the messy side. Over here, maybe put an area for a workbench and all that. And then over here, put another workbench for clean stuff, like building engines, things I want to keep separate from all the mess over there. As well as we're going to have several motorcycle lifts in here, and just going to be able to do all kinds of stuff. One of the things that I'm going to be able to do is, so here in Belleville, Belleville is known by the locals as Bell Vegas, and me and Jake have been toying with the name Bell Vegas Choppers. And what is Bell Vegas Choppers going to be? I am not going to be building bikes for people. I enjoy it too much for it to be a job, right? So what I'm wanting to do is I'm going to build bikes that I like, and if people want to buy them, they can buy them, and if not, then I guess I have another bike that I really like. But that's some stuff we've been working on, maybe some merch coming for that. Let me know, what do you guys think about the idea of Bell Vegas Choppers? Also, let me open this door. Another cool thing that we can't do at our space we have now, but we can potentially do here. So as I come out this door, we have this area out here. It's fenced in. We can park all kinds of bikes out here. We can put a grill out here. And what I've been thinking is potentially having maybe some meetups up here, because we also have a parking lot. Get a bunch of people down here, maybe some group rides. I don't know. I'm not good at planning this kind of stuff. But if you guys are interested in it, I would love to host maybe a barbecue, group ride, meetup, something of that sort. And we are going to have the space to do it. And I'm super excited for that. I still, I still am in a state of disbelief. I can't believe that we own this. You know, I've had a lot of people in my life tell me that I would fail and that I wouldn't be anything. And it's kind of been my life's mission to prove those people wrong. And a year and a half ago, when I left my career, my boss just talked so much shit to me, telling me I was going to fail and this company was never going to be anything. And I was nervous. When I left that job, we didn't know if any of this was going to work out. We had zero idea, right? And we sat down and we told ourselves if we could earn X amount a day, we would be able to self-sustain. The day I left my career, we actually did 7 times that number that day in sales. And it was like a little beacon of light that, hey, everything's going to be okay. And sure enough, the business has just grown and grown. We were able to support ourselves, and now we have employees, and now we're looking to take on more employees. I still can't believe it. You know, we've continued to double year over year. We keep setting huge goals for us that a lot of people would tell you are unrealistic, and I just can't believe it, man. The success just keeps coming. We've worked really hard, and we continue to work hard. My wife had a great idea for a product, and that's where this company was born. And then through some ideas of my own and some ideas of hers, we've grown more, and then bringing Jake on and being able to implement different ideas, and our background being in efficiency, and we've just continued to grow. So it's just, I know I'm just rambling at this point, guys, but I'm in awe of what we have accomplished. And none of that would be possible without like the support of you guys. Like, I don't make money on YouTube. I lose money every month making these videos. And I don't mind, because I love making the videos. I love sharing what I have going on. You know, when I started this channel, it was me traveling and me working on my bikes. And we are going to get back to me traveling. But for the last year and a half, I've had to take a step back from all that, because we're growing this business, and I haven't been able to step away from it. But you guys have remained loyal, and I'm going to continue pumping out the content because I love you all. But I guess that's going to wrap this video up. Again, I love each and every one of you. Please like, comment, subscribe. Hit the little notification bell, as well as in the description box there's links to our social media. There's also channel memberships and a PayPal donation link. If you want to help directly support this, we are so thankful. If you don't want to help directly support it, just watching it and giving this a big thumbs up and commenting helps a lot too. There is a link to our company website, as well as a discount code for 5% off. Other than that, I will see you all in the next one. I love you all. I'm out of here.